Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making something so delicious, so yummy, something that will give you real energy. This is going to give you real energy, not like the one that you buy in the store in a wrapper that has all the preservatives and all the other stuff that actually drains your energy. No. Today we're going to have real, happy, healthy, good for you, give you real energy Snicker bars. So on today's show, we are going to learn how to make this. Let's get started. Okay, so we are going to start with the nougat part. Is it nougat or nougat? Nougat? I don't know what it is, but either way, the one that you buy at the store that's in the Snickers and Milky Way and I don't know any other candy. Three Musketeers, yeah. That stuff is gross because it is egg white and honey and then it gets stuck all over your teeth and you don't want that in your teeth for hours. Anyways, we're gonna make this super delicious, super happy, healthy nougat, and it's gonna be in our Snickers. So we're gonna start with this first. To make our nougat, first we're going to need a pan like this. I think this is a 12 by 8. Is that a size for pans? I don't know, but I think it is. And I lined it with a, what are these called? Silk plat on the bottom, or you can line it with parchment paper or anything. It just makes it easier to take out the nougat once it's done. So we're going to start with 2 cups of sprouted cashews straight into your Vitamix or high-speed blender. I'm doing half a cup of coconut butter, half a cup. If you do not have coconut butter, you can always use coconut oil. It's the same. I just like coconut butter. I think it gives it a softer, a more delicate taste than the coconut oil, but either one is totally fine. We're going to do a 1/4 cup of agave, a super filled 1/4 cup. Don't go stingy on this cup. Put that straight in there. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Once you have everything in there, you are going to blend away. Time out. If your nougat is a little too sticky and it's not blending right, in this case it's because I didn't melt the coconut butter long enough. Just add 2 tablespoons of water. If you're using coconut oil, you will not run into this issue. Okay, now let's blend again. And we're back. You guys, this process does take a little longer than when our usual like 30 seconds to a minute. So what I suggest is that you put everything in there, and if you want it a little extra sweeter because nougat is basically sugar and honey, you can add another 1/4 cup of agave, but that's up to you. Anyways, leave it in there, put your headphones on, put on a song that's like 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes, dance, and leave the blender alone blending while you do that. Then come back and you will find a delicious, smooth, healthy looking nougat. One that's actually good for you because it has all the live proteins, minerals, and vitamins in it, and it tastes delicious. Okay, so you will take it straight from the blender and make a thin layer, not too thin, but maybe like 1/2 inch layer. Alright, so after you take it out of your blender and put it onto here, you see I only covered it halfway, and this will make it easier to take out once we are ready to dip it into the chocolate. So now that you have it spread out on half of your pan, this is the hard part where you have to wait and put it in the freezer for 30 minutes. 30 minutes to an hour. You don't want to leave it too long, but we're going to let it set, and then after 30 minutes we're going to add our caramel sauce, so you'll see that too, and then we're going to be that much closer to having a Snickers bar. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes and the little nougat is starting to set, which is perfect. And before it sets completely, we are going to place our caramel sauce on top. And this is the caramel sauce recipe from my caramel sauce video. So if you want the recipe, head over there. But it is coconut nectar with almond butter and vanilla extract. I omitted the water for this. You can still do it with the water. It'll come out a little runny, but I omitted the water. So do the the caramel sauce recipe from that video, but do not add the water. And then it comes out nice and creamy like this, this is what everyone likes about their Snickers, right? When you like cut it open and then the caramel is like gooey. Okay, so we're gonna put that on top, and of course, shout out to Trader Joe's. You want to get your peanuts in there. I like to mix it in, but then when you dip it in the chocolate, it's gonna look bumpy. So just for aesthetics for this video, I will not mix it in. I will first put the caramel and then I will push the peanuts in. Otherwise, if you don't care how it looks or you like the bumpy look, I would mix the peanuts into the sauce, mix it together, and then place it on top. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just put our caramel sauce on top and make a nice thin layer over our nougat layer. Okay, now we have it like this. And I'm going to push my peanuts right on top and into the caramel sauce. All right, here we have it with all the peanuts. Now the super hard part, we're gonna put it back in the freezer, and you wanna wait about 2 hours because you really want it to set. And then we are that much closer to making our Snicker bars. And I think if you don't add the peanut, then you will have a Milky Way, right? A Milky Way is nougat and caramel only, yeah? If it is, and that's what you want, omit the peanuts, leave it in the freezer for 2 hours, and we'll be back to dip it in the chocolate. Okay, so our nougat and our caramel and the peanuts are nice and set. And this is why I said only do it halfway, because we can easily take it out like this. And now we can cut our bars. So we have... Okay, so now we're going to start the fun part. Well, the whole thing has been fun, but the chocolate, the main attraction to me. So, while we make the chocolate, I put the bars back into the freezer to really make sure that they hold their shape. And now we are going to start the chocolate. So we are going to use, 1 cup of cacao butter. You can use coconut butter. You can use coconut oil, 100%, nothing wrong with it. Coconut oil tends to melt faster, so it's easier to make the chocolate, but then you have to really keep it at room temperature or colder before it starts melting, you know? And I think cacao butter holds a little bit better, so that's why I'm using that today. So I'm going to do 1 cup of the cacao butter, and in order to melt this, I use the Baño Maria. I don't know how to say it in English, but just melt it using Baño Maria. I put a little picture here of how it's like, how I melted it. And okay, so that's our 1 cup of the cacao butter, and then 1 cup of cacao powder, straight like that. And I do want to make it a little sweet because I want to cut some of the bitterness off, so I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of agave. And just mix it all together. Okay, our chocolate is ready, just like this. Do you know you put this into a shot glass, you can have a shot of chocolate? I had it like that one time and I love it, but I love chocolate. Okay, let me go get the bars. So here is our little bars, and all we're going to do is dip them straight into our chocolate. And then put it on a tray. My tray, I have a silk pat on it, and if you do not have one, you can use parchment paper. So set that on there. Okay, so after you've done this, chocolate does not take long to set, but let's put in you want to put it in the refrigerator for 5 minutes. I'll be right back. 5 minutes later, you have your Snicker bars. So cute. So this part right here where it's settled, the chocolate, you can just cut it off if you want it to look cuter. If not, you can just take them off. And just like that, you have yourself a delicious treat. And you know, Snickers' whole commercial is like, don't be dramatic when you're hungry, or that you get dramatic when you're hungry, right? But Snickers actually doesn't give you real energy because it's gonna give you that sugar high and then the crash later. But this is all natural, raw food, so you actually getting a lot of vitamins and real energy. I promise you, you eat this, you are going to be ready to do whatever the heck you want to do. And look, we have our little Snickers bars. Of course, I am going to taste them. Me pasé. These are so delicious. They're so good. Oh my gosh. You guys have it. These wonderful, delicious, good for you, happy, healthy Snickers. Snickers? It's so hard for me to say that word. I was practicing before I made this video. Snickers bars. Okay, if you guys recreate this, make it for yourself, please let me know what you think about it. Tag me, share. And if you have other tips or tricks, let me know what they are. Until then, I will see you on the next one. Bye.